I'm back in China. Surprise! So it turns out I have some family stuff to do in China, and while I'm here, I figured I might as well do things that I didn't get to do last time I was here. So Wuhan is known for quite a lot of things, but at this time of year, it's known for probably like two things. The first thing is the Cherry Blossom Festival, which happens like every year this time of year. The second thing is they have what is quite possibly the world's largest deployment of robotaxis, which is Baidu's Apollo Go fleet, or commonly known around here as woes. So today I'm going to do a challenge. I'm going to do a full day of touristy things in Wuhan, China, but there's one caveat. I can only get to places using Apollo Go. All right, let's do it. Wow, it's pretty cheap. So it looks like this time we got the 6th generation vehicle. You can preset the temperature here, and you can control the seat heating here. Just have it ready when it arrives for you. So I'm pretty thirsty right now, so I'm thinking the first place that we can go is to the mall, where I'm gonna get something to drink and I'm gonna get something to eat. All right, so one of the features that they just implemented, they have this touchless phone unlock system, so I can just put my phone in my pocket, walk up to it, and it just opens. All right, so actually this is all voice controlled. So to start a ride, all you have to do is say, 你好罗伯在呢开始行程请尽快接好 All right, we are moving. It's pretty calm so far. I really like this 6th gen vehicle experience because it's like so spacious. I can't even touch the seat in front of me. Okay, so now that we're moving, let's take a look at some of the features of this 6th gen car. You can control your climate right from this screen, and they've even got a particulate indicator for air quality. They've even got a catwalk mode that emulates like a cat walking on your back. Crazy. Here you can adjust which mode you want the car to be in. So they've got comfort mode and nap mode. It puts all the seats down.
Entering nap mode. Reclining the backrest of the seat for you. The volume has been lowered to 20%. Enjoy your journey.
你好罗伯
Here.
开始按摩
Seat massage is on.
So despite setting your language to English in the screen, the AI assistant only works in Chinese right now, but it's probably a good way to practice your Chinese. Okay, so we've just arrived, and all you have to do is just hit this door close button, and the door will close. So one of the issues with just how China works in general is that if you're getting off from a taxi, or actually a robot taxi, you sort of get dropped off along one of these major roads. There's no real sidewalk, there's no like pedestrian way to get over to the other side. So we sort of have to go along this road, go around this barrier, and then we can go in. Burger King. There's a Starbucks. Oh, it's a Snoopy collab. Maybe we can just get Starbucks. Let's just do that. I'll get a Snoopy Cocoa Frappuccino. Ah, 谢谢. This is very cute.
Maybe you're supposed to put it onto that.
Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be like this, but I don't want to right now. All right, so we just got done in this mall, but I'm getting pretty hungry. There's not a whole lot of stuff in this mall to eat that I like. Burger King, so we're gonna go to another mall. Now, the interesting thing about getting there is we actually have to go on a highway, and we have to go across the river. So that's gonna be pretty fun. Okay, the car is almost here, so we're gonna go catch it. What's interesting here in Wuhan is they actually have a mix of the 5th gen and the 6th gen cars. So this one that we're taking now is actually a 5th gen. So let's see what the difference is. So the major difference with this 5th gen car is you have to enter the last 4 digits of your phone number, and then it will unlock, like so.
你好
Welcome. All right, so you can see like the side cameras and stuff that is showing what is to the left of the car. So let's actually go ahead and start it. So this is basically like the first robotaxi that I've been in that will actually go on the highway. We're about to go on it now, but I wonder if it's gonna like go super fast or anything. I don't know. So of course in the 5th gen we have these passenger screens. Those of you who've seen my previous videos will know that this is the same setup as before. They've got the map and they've got the visualizations. All right, going on the highway. Here we go. And merging off the on-ramp. So now we should see an increase in speed. So now we're on the highway. All right. You know, it's sort of like how everybody has like their first robotaxi experience and then they go like, this doesn't really feel any different than just a regular driver on the highway. What's gonna be super cool is we're right about to hit that bridge in the distance over there. And then we can get to see the river. All right, well, that was the highway experience and we're getting off the off-ramp, which means we should be pretty close. Let's see if I can increase the speed at which it's traveling. 你好，萝卜. No, never mind. All right, we're here. Bye. Oh wow, just gonna roll your windows up at me? All right, I see how it is. All right, hopefully we should find food and maybe more drinks at this new mall, but they actually have a skate park. That's pretty sick. You can rent little toy cars for kids if you want to drive around the mall. That's crazy. It seems like robotaxis aren't the only form of autonomy here in China. They've got rolling gacha machines. Oh, I think Chagi is supposed to be Sarah's favorite tea place, so maybe we can get some. Oh, is that it? Wow, there's like 2 karaoke places side by side, and this one has like snacks that you can just buy and bring into the room. Never mind, it's a PC bang. Wow, this place looks crazy. I guess it sells whole roasted fish? Alright, so far we've ordered a chicken dish, a braised pork dish, and a bunch of fried rice. This is like 18 bucks, give or take. America could never. The first thing has come, and the second. Oh, that looks really good. Alright, we just paid. I'm very full. I do want to drink something, but after that, I want to go to look at the Cherry Blossom Festival, which is going on right now.
Oh, I think this is where they put the babies in there to float around.
Probably shouldn't film the babies. I thought it was like an aquarium.
Yeah, I thought you can fish in there.
Alright, we're at Chagi now. It's one of the largest, like most prestigious tea chains here in China. We just tried a sample of this tea, which is like their less caffeine tea, I guess. So I think this is what I'm gonna get. And this one also comes with merchandise, I guess 2 sleep masks. So I guess we're also gonna get some sleep masks. How is it? Oh, that's our car. Alright, I'm gonna be in the front this time, so my boyfriend can try the back. What do you think of it back there?
Pretty comfortable.
We're getting back on the freeway. This is right about getting close to traffic time, so we should see some interesting interactions. Alright, we are basically almost here. The drop-off situation is sort of crazy. I don't know how we're gonna pull over. This is like people and cars just everywhere parked onto the side of the sidewalk. This stuff going on over here. And that's a bus stop, and that's the entrance to something. Yeah, I have no idea how we're gonna get out.
目的地
Right,
请留意前排屏的影像。
here we are. There we go. I don't really know how to cross the street. I think we just walk? This traffic situation really sucks. Okay, let's go. Are you recording? Okay, so we're heading to our last destination. The car's almost here. Right in front of us, wow. So our last destination is a little bit, I would say, unorthodox. So I heard from somebody that these cars, the 6th gen cars, don't actually charge. They, in fact, do battery swapping, and it is probably the world's first robotaxi that actually does battery swapping. So we're going to the battery swapping station right now to try to catch them in action. Also, I feel like I've been pretty complimentary about the experience so far today, and it's true, it is quite a better experience than what I had with the 5th gen vehicles back in Shenzhen in December, but that's not to say there are not any drawbacks. I would say there are quite a few drawbacks. For example, in the 6th gen vehicles, they got rid of the visualization, basically a 3D rendering that shows you what the vehicle sees. I personally think that's a very important thing to have in a self-driving vehicle. You can have confidence in knowing that the car sees what you see, which I think is a little bit of a miss. But I think by far the most unfortunate thing about these cars is that people actually know that they're robots and that there's nobody driving the cars. So they tend to bully the cars a lot more. Drivers on the road will intentionally cut them off. People will step out right in front of the cars. They know the car will stop, and so they're not afraid of being run over, and therefore they're not really that cautious around them, which I guess is a good and a bad thing, because people understand that they're safe in some aspects, but then they take advantage of that, which makes for a worse experience as a passenger. There's actually an instance yesterday where the car rerouted around the block because it was trying to merge and nobody would let the car in. So eventually, after trying to merge the entire block, the car just ended up taking a right turn instead of a left turn and making a whole circle around the block again just to get into the correct lane to make a left turn. But honestly, a lot of these issues are more human related than it is the service related. I am actually having a pretty good experience this time around with the 6th generation vehicles. I think these things drive way better than the 5th generation vehicles, and they're way more comfortable. They've got massaging seats. The air conditioning is really nice. There's a lot of space in this vehicle. There's nothing that I can really knock against the service itself. Most of the issues that I'm having is really human related, which I suppose says more about society at large than the actual service. Okay, well, we're getting pretty close, and I'm sort of just realizing I hope we can actually see what is going on, and it's not just like in the middle of like a warehouse or something. Yeah. Oh my god. That was a big dip. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely like an industrial area. Well, we will see what happens. Okay, I think we're here. I don't really know where we are, but let's check it out. There's a lot of trucks around here. Definitely industrial. I'm trying to see where this car goes. See if it's gonna go charge somewhere, or I don't know, maybe we can follow. All right, we found it. It's right in front. There's the station. I think this one has just finished swapping batteries and it's coming back out. That is crazy. Yeah, it's totally, whoa, okay. It's absolutely unmanned. Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of operation. They swap the batteries here and they drive the cars back out. All right, so this is one of the battery swapping stations. That's where they store the batteries, and there's a mechanism in here that basically comes out and brings a battery on a tray from the side and swaps it out from under the car. So what is that? That's like less than 3 minutes for the car to get battery swapped, and come back out. That is absolutely wild. There's no safety driver in here, so this really is a totally automated process. So I mean, that swap just now took maybe, I would say like a minute and a half or so, maybe max 2 minutes. So imagine if instead of just this one unit that they have here, they had like maybe 5 of these units and they had like a fleet of like 1,000 cars. Like the speed at which the cars can basically recharge and get back out on the road is insane if you think about it. It basically probably actually eliminate having to have significantly sized depots like at all. In the time that I recorded like that last minute and a half bit, this car is now done, ready to go back out on the road. So I don't know how many batteries are in this unit, but the batteries don't actually look very large at all.
This looks like this is where they will eject a battery pack if there is.
They make cactus on fire. Yeah, it's got like a little door here.
And there's like a whole concrete ramp area.
Yeah, this is probably like if the battery catches on fire, there's a system that would basically pick the battery out of this bunker and push it, just eject it out of this hole down this ramp where it would continue burning, and they probably have some sort of response like these chemicals over here that they can just dump on the battery and make it stop burning. This is actually ejecting a lot of hot air right at us right now, and the sound is quite loud, but I mean, it's cooling all of those batteries that are charging, so I'm not very surprised. Now I have to mention that this only applies to the 6th generation Apollo Go vehicles. The 5th generation is actually based off of an existing car that does not have the battery swapping capabilities, and so they actually have to have somebody plug them in, sort of like a regular, you know, car recharging depot. So you can see that they are plugging them in. There's a guy there, and whenever the cars arrive, he's just plugging them into these power stations here. And it seems like the 6th generation vehicles go around this road here, and the 5th generation vehicles just make a left and go into this power station right here. And here's another 6th generation vehicle going in for a battery change. By the way, I think it's really cute. Like if you look at the tops of these cars, the cars are actually sort of winking when they're being charged. Winking and blinking. That's pretty cute. All right, well, now that we've seen where they charge and how the operations work, I think it's time that we head back to the hotel. And when I get back there, I'll tell you what my thoughts are and sum up the entire experience. Oh, there's a car. It's a 5th gen one. Taking our last ride for the day. But you can also have a baby talk to you. First of all, whose kid is it?
Entering nap mode. Reclining the backrest of the seat for you. The volume has been lowered to 20%. Enjoy your journey.
Okay, so I spent an entire day riding around in Apollo Go. What do I think? So to start off, I think my opinion hasn't changed that much from late last year, but only for the 5th generation vehicles. However, the 6th gen vehicles are a whole other matter entirely. I think they ride extremely well. I think they're extremely comfortable. The rider features in them are fantastic, and I would absolutely take them any time of the day over the 5th generation vehicles. The thing about driving in China is the road conditions are extremely complex. Give Baidu major props. Just bringing this product to market and having it handle and perform as well as it does on local roads and on the highway. I am actually very impressed with the 6th generation vehicle. Now, as far as the pricing for these rides, they're actually quite cheap. However, we should also keep in mind that a lot of these final prices actually have huge discounts on them. So for example, this 22 RMB ride actually has something of like a 40 RMB discount on it. The original price would have been 63 RMB. Me personally, I think I would probably go with the option that has the massaging seats any day. especially if the ride is as good as it is with the 6th generation Apollo Go vehicles. And considering how a lot of the drivers around here drive, especially the DD drivers, I would choose the safety of an autonomous vehicle most any day of the week. But let me know what you think. Would you take a driverless car in China? And I have to call you guys something. How about honkers? I think those of you who have been around my channel for long enough know what this is a reference to. Thank you, honkers, for watching as always. Subscribe if you like content like this, and I promise I've got some very interesting things coming up. This is just the beginning, and I will see you next video.